This video, we would like to take you through how you can monitor the payment of your payee or the remittance of your payee to the revenue authority. It is so important you be monitoring because this has been more so prevalent this year, where it has affected the filing of return, where you are filing a liability, which is not your responsibility as a taxpayer, but it is the responsibility of the employer to remit the pay to the iTax. But sometimes some accountants act so mischievous and they fail to remit some month of pay to the taxman, and you get yourself paying a liability which is technically not your responsibility, but a responsibility of an ignorant accountant. Let me use that word. So in order to assess if the pay is being remitted in the iTax portal, KRA now has given you that responsibility or that capability, and I'll show you how you can be able to do that. So what you need to do, you just need to get into the iTax portal by just populating your iTax PIN. Then you need to hit continue. So when you hit continue, you shall be taken into this interface. You need to ensure that you have entered the correct PIN, and then you need to do a simple mathematical computation here, which is 141 plus 16, giving us a value of 157. Then you need to log in. So when you log in, you shall be taken into this interface. What you shall do, basically, you are supposed to come to where we have my ledgers. So this is something which was integrated by KRA, and a lot of Kenyans or a lot of taxpayers were not sensitized about regarding this. These general ledgers, in most cases, they were maintained by this general ledger account were maintained by the revenue authority, and you had maybe to email KRA so that you can assess how you have been paying your taxes or if the pay was remitted to the revenue authority. But now you can be able to assess it very easily because this has occurred to me this year, and that's why I have made this tutorial. So this is general ledger. So we need to get to where we have general ledgers. So we just give them time to open because right now I think the system is a bit bulky. So we shall just come to where we have the tax head. Also the tax head, we shall just choose income tax, and the transaction type, we shall just choose the self-assessment, and then we need to hit show the ledgers. So these ledgers, the amount which is showing the credit entry is the amount which KRA gained from you as a, since KRA is treating you like a debtors and they are the creditor. This is the amount which was credited to the KRA account. So you can see the amount which was deposited here, which is showing here, is the pay amount. I can show you with the scenario of 2025 because I have a P9 form here. So you can just open it. So you can notice this is equivalent to the amount of the pay which was remitted as per these ledgers. So you can notice in the P9 form it is showing all the ledgers or all the amount of pay entry they were entered, but you can notice we have some missing months, and now these missing months, they are the ones which are causing discrepancies, which is affecting the tax due or the principal tax which this employee is demanded to pay. You can notice that this amount was remitted for only 10 months. So because it was remitted for only 10 months, the taxpayer is filing returns which are technically close to zero amount of tax due. But when we get to the payment or the payment registration area, you are getting this taxpayer is being told to pay some taxes which are part and parcel of the month which were not remitted to the KRA. We can do this so that it does seem like it's fit enough. You can count these months. You can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we only have 10 months which were remitted in 2025. You can notice you can also monitor for 2026, the months in 2026, how they have been remitted. But this is not a coincidence. Sometimes accountants do it willingly or by error, but sometimes it's by design. because Kenyans has not been sensitized on how they should monitor these things, and some accountants, they are so mischievous. They fail to limit the pay amount to the revenue authority, or maybe they involve some mischief in this, and you get yourself paying some tax liability which you are not aware, because the accountant failed to limit the obligation which he or she is supposed to remit to the revenue authority. And that is where now we start saying KRA is stealing from us, where we make a mistake. Because you can notice, according to the receipt which I filed here, let me show you something. So, based on this receipt, I had filed a tax due of 0. But when we come here and investigate the principal tax which I'm being told to pay here, you notice I'm given a principal tax here, even though the self-assessment is 0, but there is a principal tax. But that principal tax, you need to visit your account department and tell the accountants, no, go to hell. Remit this amount to the revenue authority, because they will not bear your responsibility, because it is your responsibility to ensure you have remitted the amount to the revenue authority as an advance tax. So you just come to here where we have income tax. Then I just choose the tax head, which is the income tax resident, and you see something which is so funny about this. So this is self-assessment. Okay, just a minute to populate the data here. Just a minute, I want to show you the principal tax. I don't want to add the video without showing you this. You can notice, as you can see in the receipt, I am not supposed to pay any tax from this receipt. No tax I am supposed to pay. But when we come here, I have a principal tax of 7516, which you notice it is the aggregate of those 2 months which the accountant did remit this amount to the revenue authority. So when you do the summation of the pay which was supposed to be paid, which we can easily also get it from the P9 form of this employee, which is here. Let me check this. You notice this amount was not remitted to the revenue authority, and that's why it's becoming a tax liability, which will be penalized to the taxpayer because of the negligence of an accountant. Because this is technical negligence. You can notice the difference between these is just a rounding off figure. So this is the challenge which you're experiencing, and you need to be extra careful. Even if it is VAT, try and confirm everything has been done correctly and ensure you don't have a tax liability. More so people who like these informal area of filing their taxes so that they save. My friend, you think you are saving, and in most cases, you are the loser in the game. So basically, thank you for watching. In case you have any query, you can reach us using the contact in the description. So thank you for watching, and have a nice day ahead.